Welcome back, everybody. This is Chris Kutzer, founder of Cary Spotlight, hyperlocal newsletter here in Cary, North Carolina. We have 31 days to go to the anniversary edition of Cary Spotlight. And let's see what week 16, what insights we can learn from that week series of newsletters that we put out. Here we go. Starting on issue 106, we have an energy rate hike. Of course, that's going to be a problem for a lot of our residents, actually for everybody. We got a story about the police and a canine. We have some crime data. This was something that our readers requested, that, hey, can we put the crime data in? And we found a resource that we can actually pull in, and then we alert people about a scam. And of course, we are coming up on the Super Bowl. This is 2024 Super Bowl. And so we have that as our two stories right there. And so, yep, we get feedback on the energy hike story and what people think about that. We now have like a screenshot of the top 10 police incidents, and people can go through to this link to go see. And then here we have old scam explained, so people are aware of that. So that's pretty good. And we got our Super Bowl preview. That's the kind of story that we can definitely can run every year. Not this particular team, hopefully not the same teams, but we can definitely run that. And we have March Madness. Not yet March Madness. This is the women's basketball going on record. So that's pretty good. And then here we have a health and wellness specialty edition. So most of these issues are going to be focusing on health, fitness, stuff like that. Here we're talking about Dominic Dawes, talking about, mental health, pain, rising costs for weight loss medication. So that's Ozempic and that kind of stuff. We're talking about that. Penicillin shortage. Again, that'd be something people would be interested in knowing. And then here we have a local business spotlight focusing on a chiropractor in our area. So those are the kind of stories that we had this week. And again, here we have a reader poll to kind of gauge people's engagement with this topic. So that was good. We have a spotlight, local business spotlight, and they have the address. And then the two reader polls to measure awareness about this business and willingness to support. And we will have some reaction therapy. This is about online therapists talking about different responses to lyrics and musics to kind of help people work through some of the issues with mental health. So that's pretty good, kind of giving people insights into that. And we have 2 days instead of 3 days because of the longer local business spotlight. Let's see what we got here. We got Disney investing in a local company, Epic Games. They're the creators of Fortnite, so that's important here, creating jobs. And next is the Apple Vision Pro, a new thing that's coming out, like a headset thing that came out. Crime data, and some more stuff like that. So here we go. So that was pretty interesting. And we got our sports Super Bowl and then new roster for the women's national team. Okay, and on this one, it's kind of a sad story. This is where a classic Cary. This is a drugstore in Cary that's been around for like over 60, 70 years. It's finally closing, so a lot of people had memories about that. And then we're talking about Postponing Joy, museum, highlighting some excellence in science. So we have that. So obviously made people aware that they were closing and that they were still open for business for like a few more days. So people can go there. And talking about art, science, and beyond. So that's pretty good. And then we get another um, reader poll again to measure how long people have lived in the area, because we have a lot of people, new people joining the newsletter. So it will be new for them to engage with that. And we have a local sports story. And then, as always, our trivia at the end. Okay. All right. So this is our travel edition, I believe. No, not yet. This is before the travel edition. We have another RDU story here talking about major marijuana trafficking bust at the airport. So that's a big deal. Duke Entrepreneurs, WeBond. This is a women's business network in the Triangle. So we spotlight that. So we bring those in so people are aware of what they're doing, fighting hunger. So definitely charities and stuff like that. We do want to amplify and highlight their efforts in the community, because we're all about building a community, and charities are one way to do that. Now, this is a video. I guess we're no longer allowed to show that, but we had a video available, and we had to read a poll about the Super Bowl, so that makes sense. And our trivia question. And here we come to our specialty edition, travel and discovery. So here we talked about things that are happening on airlines or RDU. So this one is about an incident on a Frontier flight, trips for baby boomers. This is a local park in Cary that we're talking about, so people can visit. And again, we have our cruise story and video edition. So we have that. I have a bit of a long story there, viral post, talking about the local park. They can go check it out. The cruise ships, and our tasty treat was this blueberry no-bake cheesecake. And so people can give feedback on that. And then finally, as always, we end our editorial week on a Monday, which is, it's kind of how we decided to do it, with real estate. And this is pretty straightforward. As usual, number of properties sold in the area. They can hop to the listings, and then they still can vote on what kind of bonus they want. And then we also give a summary of mortgage and real estate trends or stories nationwide. So it's kind of national trends that we're covering here. And yep, that's it for that week. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Getting ready for Super Bowl, and we're ready for the next week. See you in the next edition.